The Gulf Cooperation Council, GCC, is a political and economic alliance of 6 Arab countries located in the Arabian Peninsula. These countries include Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, the United Arab Emirates, UAE, Qatar, Bahrain, and Oman. The council was established to foster economic, security, and political cooperation among its member states, with an emphasis on shared cultural, geographical, and historical ties. Here is a complete history of the GCC. 1. Early foundations, pre-GCC era. Before the formation of the GCC, the Arabian Peninsula was home to diverse tribal societies and a history of various political entities. In the early 20th century, British influence in the Gulf was significant, as Britain controlled or protected various Gulf states through agreements with local rulers. By the mid-20th century, with the end of British colonial rule in many parts of the region, these states began to gain independence. Despite gaining independence, many of these countries had concerns about regional stability, economic development, and defense. The idea of regional cooperation was initially proposed in different forms, but it wasn't until the late 20th century that formalized cooperation came to fruition. 2. Formation of the GCC, 1981. The idea of a cooperative bloc between the Gulf states first gained traction in the 1970s. At that time, there were discussions among Gulf countries about regional cooperation on various fronts, including economic development and military defense. The GCC was officially established on May 25, 1981, with the signing of the Charter of the Gulf Cooperation Council. The founding members were Saudi Arabia,
Kuwait,
United Arab Emirates,
Qatar, Bahrain, Oman.
These countries recognized that despite their political independence, they shared common interests, such as being located in a strategic area rich in oil and gas resources. Additionally, they had a shared cultural and religious background, as the majority of their populations were Arabs and Muslims, mainly following the Sunni branch of Islam. The creation of the GCC was meant to promote regional cooperation in economic, social, cultural, and security affairs. 3. Objectives of the GCC. The main objectives of the GCC, as outlined in its founding charter, include enhancing economic integration between the member states, coordinating political and defense policies to ensure regional security, promoting cultural, educational, and social cooperation, strengthening ties with other countries and international organizations,